Welcome to the deep dive. You guys sent in this article about a string of cardiac arrests at a surgical center in Dallas.
And it sounds like something straight out of a medical thriller.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
So today we're going to take a deep dive into this story and try to figure out just what exactly went wrong.
I'm fascinated by this one.
Me too. Okay, so picture this. It's May 27th, 2022, at the Baylor Scott and White Surgicare Center.
Okay.
And anesthesiologist Dr. Chad Marson just finished a routine liposuction procedure. Everything seems normal until the patient is being wheeled to recovery.
Okay.
And suddenly goes into cardiac arrest.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It's terrifying. And when we say cardiac arrest, we're talking about the heart suddenly stopping.
Right. A true medical emergency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, in this case, there was no immediately obvious cause. The patient's skin turns gray, blood pressure spikes, then plummets, oxygen levels drop.
All the classic signs.
All the classic signs of cardiac arrest. But the why is a complete mystery.
Like, what is going on?
Right. And as if that wasn't bad enough, this wasn't an isolated incident.
Oh, no.
So just the day before, Dr. Marson had witnessed another patient
Oh, my gosh.
experience a very similar unexplained cardiac arrest.
After routine surgery.
After a routine surgery.
No way.
I know.
That's unbelievable. What are the chances?
Right. I mean, it makes you wonder if something strange is going on.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
2 cardiac arrests back to back following routine procedures.
Yeah.
That's a huge red flag. You have to investigate that.
You have to. And that's where Ashley Books comes in.
Okay.
She's the Surgicare Center's administrator.
Right.
And she is a take charge kind of person. She immediately launched a full investigation.
Good for her.
And she was very methodical about it. She started by ruling out all the usual suspects.
Okay.
Drug allergies, pre-existing conditions,
Thanks.
anything that could possibly link the 2 patients.
Equipment malfunctions.
Yeah. You got to check all that.
She's checking everything.
Wow, she sounds thorough. Oh, she's very thorough. She's checking patient files, comparing procedures, examining the equipment used in both surgeries.
Doesn't want to miss anything.
Leaving no stone unturned.
They like her style.
And what's really impressive is she got the whole staff involved, encouraging them to report anything, even the smallest detail that seemed off.
Smart move.
Really smart.
Yeah, get everybody's eyes on this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's got all hands on deck trying to figure out what is going on. But here's the thing. Despite ruling out all those initial possibilities, the cardiac arrests, they just kept happening.
Oh, no.
3 more in July.
Wow.
And another 4 in just the first few weeks of August.
This is crazy. So we're at like 10 patients now.
10 patients experiencing these terrifying and unexplained emergencies.
That's insane.
I know. Can you imagine the pressure cooker environment at this surgical center?
Oh, it must have been awful.
They're facing this invisible threat. This medical mystery is unfolding in real time.
With nerves on the line.
Yeah.
That's so stressful.
And then to make matters even worse.
Oh, no, what now?
The story takes a very sad turn.
Oh, gosh.
So in late June, one of the center's anesthesiologists, a Dr. Melanie Kaspar, she died suddenly at home from a heart attack.
Oh, my goodness.
And at first glance, it seems completely unrelated to the events at the surgical center.
Okay.
But as we'll learn, it becomes a crucial piece of this puzzle.
The plot thickens.
It really does. The timing is just too suspicious, you know? Her death, coupled with the ongoing cardiac arrests at the center, it makes you wonder if there's a connection.
For sure. For sure.
So Ashley is at a loss at this point.
Yeah, I bet.
She's interviewed staff, scrutinized procedures, brought in outside experts. Still no answers.
Oh, wow.
The mystery just deepens.
Yeah.
The tension mounts.
Oh, gosh.
And then
What happened?
breakthrough. On August 24th, after yet another cardiac arrest,
Oh, my God.
Ashley makes a chilling discovery in the operating room. Trash.
What is it?
A punctured 4V bag.
Whoa, hold on. So now we're not talking about some mysterious medical cause. We're talking about...
Deliberate tampering?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Someone is intentionally putting these patients at risk.
Exactly. And the police, they're alerted by Ashley.
Good.
And they jump right into action.
Okay.
They start by reviewing security footage from the hallways leading to the operating rooms.
Okay.
And what they find is incredibly disturbing.
What do they see?
So remember those warming cabinets where they keep the saline IV bags?
Uh-huh.
The footage shows a man acting very suspiciously around one of the cabinets. He's carrying some papers, trying to look casual.
Okay.
But then he swaps out an IV bag from the warmer,
Oh, wait.
replacing it with one he had hidden.
Oh, my God.
And this all happens just minutes before a patient in that operating room goes into cardiac arrest.
It's like something out of a movie or
I
something.
know, right?
Jeez.
So they analyze the IV bag that Ashley found in the trash.
Yeah.
And the results are chilling. Inside a deadly cocktail of 3 drugs, lidocaine, epinephrine. Okay.
And the one that really stands out, bupivacaine?
Bupivacaine.
Yes.
I don't know that one. What is that?
So lidocaine and epinephrine in high doses can be dangerous, but they're commonly used in hospitals.
Okay.
But bupivacaine,
Yeah.
that's primarily used as a local anesthetic.
Interesting.
And finding it mixed with the other two is highly unusual.
It sounds intentional.
It does,
Like
right?
someone knew what they were doing.
Yeah, it suggests a deliberate intent to harm.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Bupivacaine?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the drug that caused Dr. Casper's fatal heart attack?
Oh my God, you're right. And that's when everything starts to make sense.
Yeah, the pieces start falling into place.
So she probably used a tampered IV bag from the center to rehydrate herself at home.
It's very likely.
And unknowingly injected herself with this lethal combination.
Exactly. So those cardiac arrests, they weren't just a series of unfortunate coincidences.
Oh my.
This was calculated.
Wow.
This was sabotage. And the prime suspect.
Who is it? Is the man caught tampering with those IV bags on camera?
And they know who he is.
They do. His name is Dr. Raldo Ortiz.
Another anesthesiologist at the center.
Yes.
Wow.
So we'll unpack all of that in part 2.
I can't wait.
I know, this is crazy, right?
It's unbelievable.
This is a story you can't make up.
Absolutely. So make sure you join us for part 2 of this deep dive where we're going to unravel the motive behind these horrifying acts, and we'll talk about the trial and the shocking verdict.
See you there.
Bye. The fact that Dr. Ortiz was an anesthesiologist himself,
Ew.
that's what's so disturbing about it.
It's terrifying.
He understood those drugs. He knew what they would do to the body.
Yeah, this wasn't just some random act of violence. It was calculated and precise.
Absolutely. And as the investigators dug deeper, a motive started to emerge.
Okay, tell me more.
So about a week before that first cardiac arrest,
Uh-huh.
Dr. Ortiz made a pretty serious error during surgery.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and a patient ended up in critical condition. There was an investigation, and he was facing disciplinary action.
So he was in trouble.
Big trouble. Potentially losing his medical license.
So he was under a lot of pressure.
Intense pressure.
Could that be why he did this?
The investigators believe Dr. Ortiz's motive was twofold: revenge and self-preservation.
Okay, I can see that.
He may have been angry and resentful
Yeah.
about the investigation and those potential consequences.
It's like he wanted to get back at them.
Exactly. And by sabotaging his colleagues' surgeries,
Mm-hmm.
he could deflect attention from his own mistakes.
And maybe even make them look incompetent.
Exactly. It's like that old saying, misery loves company.
Right.
But in this case, the company could end up dead.
It's just mind-boggling that he was willing to risk patients' lives just to save his own career.
It's a complete betrayal of trust.
It is. I mean, to think that a doctor...
Someone who's supposed to heal,
Yeah.
intentionally harming people,
It's unimaginable.
it really underscores the psychological pressures that medical professionals face. I mean, the stakes are incredibly high,
Yeah.
and mistakes can have life-altering consequences.
Absolutely. But that in no way excuses his actions.
Oh, of course not.
He chose to lash out.
And he violated the very core of the medical profession,
Which is...
the oath to do no harm.
What I don't understand is how he managed to do this for weeks without anyone noticing.
Right.
Like, how did he fly under the radar for so long?
Well, he was clever about it. He targeted the IV bags.
Yeah.
So commonplace in a hospital.
Yeah.
No one would really suspect anything.
Right.
And hospitals are built on trust. You know,
Yeah.
nurses and staff, they wouldn't question a doctor, access and supplies.
Especially someone like Dr. Ortiz.
Yeah, someone who'd been there a while,
Right.
seemed to be doing his job,
It's a chilling reminder that even in a place like a hospital,
where security is paramount,
there are vulnerabilities.
and someone like Dr. Ortiz can exploit them.
Yeah, with devastating consequences.
Absolutely.
So the investigation leads to his arrest.
Okay, and then what?
Then what happens? He goes to trial.
Well, of course.
And the evidence against him is overwhelming. The security footage, the tampered IV bags, Dr. Casper's death.
Wow, so what was the atmosphere like at the trial?
It was somber. Victims testified, colleagues shared their shock and betrayal, and Dr. Casper's family spoke about their loss. It was heartbreaking.
Oh, you're sure.
The prosecution painted Dr. Ortiz as this vindictive and callous person.
Yeah.
A man who had betrayed his oath.
Right.
And endangered countless lives.
Wow. So how did Dr. Ortiz plead?
His defense team tried to portray him as a physician who was stressed, overworked, and had made some terrible decisions.
So they were trying to humanize him.
Exactly. They argued that he never intended to cause serious harm, and that his actions were driven by desperation, not malice.
Did it work?
The jury didn't buy it.
Yeah, I can see that.
The evidence of his deliberate actions, that meticulous way he tampered with those IV bags, it was just too strong.
What was the verdict?
In April of this year, Dr. Rado Ortiz was found guilty.
Wow.
He was convicted on multiple charges.
Like what?
Tampering with consumer products causing death.
Wow.
And serious bodily injury.
That's intense.
And he's facing a potential sentence of up to 190 years in prison.
190 years?
Yes.
That's a long time.
It's like society is saying, we will not tolerate someone who uses their medical knowledge to harm instead of heal.
It's a powerful statement for sure. This case has sent shockwaves through the medical community and beyond.
I can imagine.
It's a stark reminder that evil can lurk, even in places we associate with healing and compassion.
Yeah, it really makes you think. It's scary,
It is.
To think that someone we trust with our lives,
right,
a doctor,
yeah,
could be capable of such calculated harm.
Absolutely. And it really makes you think about the safeguards that are in place to protect patients.
Exactly.
I think this whole case has been a huge wake-up call.
Yeah.
For hospitals and medical facilities.
Across the board.
Yeah, they're having to reevaluate their security measures and protocols.
You're right. It's not just about locks and cameras anymore. It's
Right.
about creating a culture of vigilance.
Yes, where everyone feels comfortable speaking up if they see something suspicious.
Absolutely. Like, even the slightest red flag
Yeah.
needs to be taken seriously.
Yes.
And thoroughly investigated.
Absolutely.
But it goes even deeper than that.
It does.
It's about reminding medical professionals of their ethical responsibilities.
Yes, the oath that they took to do no harm.
Right.
Exactly.
It's like we need to build a safety net.
Yeah.
Not just for the patients, but for the doctors themselves.
For sure.
To kind of catch them before they fall into this darkness.
I love that. That's a great way to put it. This case has exposed vulnerabilities within the system.
Yeah.
And they need to be addressed.
On multiple levels.
Yeah, security, ethics, culture.
It's about creating a system that is more resilient.
Yes.
More transparent.
Right.
And ultimately more focused on patient well-being.
Exactly.
So what does all this mean for us?
Right.
The patients. What lessons can we take away from this really disturbing case?
Well, I think it's a reminder to stay informed and engaged in our own health care.
Okay.
Ask questions, advocate for ourselves, and don't be afraid to speak up.
Yeah.
If something doesn't feel right.
If you see something, say something.
Yes, exactly. Trust is essential.
Yeah.
But vigilance is paramount.
Well, there you have it. We've taken a deep dive into a truly disturbing medical mystery.
We have.
One that has really shaken the foundations of trust in the medical profession.
Sure.
We explored the events, the investigation, the trial, and the implications.
It's been quite a journey.
It has, but now we want to hear from you.
Yes.
What are your takeaways?
What parts resonated with you?
What resonated with you most about this case?
Let us know.
Share your thoughts with us on social media.
We want to hear from you.
Until next time, stay curious. Keep learning.
And remember,
knowledge is power.
It is.
Especially when it comes to your health.